This election wasn't just about candidates. It was about protecting Christian values and the heart of a nation. As mature believers, we should be grateful there's been little violence and minimal gloating. I'm neither a fan of Harris nor Trump, though some may assume otherwise based on my views. It's disheartening to see others trapped in their perspectives, unable to understand other people's godly position. I've realized that those who focus intensely on political figures often overlook the deeper spiritual truths. My unwavering loyalty is to Christ. Those who know me well will affirm my steadfast loyalty to Christ. The emotional turmoil surrounding elections doesn't sway my heart. For me, this election wasn't just about individual candidates, but about the values and platforms they represent. As a born-again believer, when I reflected on the differences between the Democratic and Republican platforms, the choice became clear. I recognize that both parties have significant challenges, but what truly matters to God is what guides the heart of a mature believer. Issues like abortion, transgender participation in women's sports, the transitioning of young kids without a parent's consent, men in women's bathrooms, and the discussions around sexuality in our schools weighed heavily on my conscience. I genuinely worried about our nation's direction if Mrs. Harris had been elected. It had nothing to do with her being a woman, but everything to do with her ungodly views. Now, I know that some will say, how can I ignore Mr. Trump's issues? I haven't ignored his issues. He will pay for his sin like everyone else. Yet, when the entire nation is about to go in an ungodly direction, every born-again believer should take an offense because of the God we serve. To be sure, past decisions, like rainbow colors on the White House, have confused our nation's morals. Americans now struggle to define what a woman is and how we must affirm transgender men and women. When I think of ancient Israel's history, I see parallels today. Just as the northern kingdom strayed further from God's path, we risk repeating those mistakes. To foster change, we must align ourselves with our great God and seek His guidance. We must consistently pray for our newly elected president, that his heart remains grounded in righteousness and wisdom as he navigates his responsibilities. Let's also pray for his cabinet, Congress, and all those in leadership roles. Most importantly, we should pray for the protection and well-being of the president and his family as they carry the weight of this nation on their shoulders. Together, we can navigate this journey in faith